What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, and welcome back to my Fallout New Vegas mod review series. This is episode 2, and today we're going to be covering a bit of a lesser known mod, but I still think it's great nevertheless. Now, the link to this mod is in the description below if you want to check it out and download it for yourself. But quite simply, it's entitled Colored Map and Icons by Shiloh. So as you can see on the screen right now, what this mod essentially does is completely revamp the map of the Mojave, which is contained within the Pip-Boy. So as you can see, the map is a lot more colorful and the colors are a bit more realistic. So as you know, with the default and vanilla Pip-Boy map, it's just set as one color, and that color is whatever you've set your Pip-Boy color to be. So amber, blue, white, or whatever. But this one, it actually has the real colors that you'd expect to see. Like, for example, from Lake Mead, you want a blue color. For example, with a Mojave Wasteland, you'd want like a brown or an orange landscape. So it adds those colors in, and I think it's a lot more realistic and it's a nice touch. Also, what this mod does, it adds a lot of icons, for example, of the dinosaur at Novak, of the water tower, which is nearby Good Springs. So I think that's really nice as well. And obviously, it's very, very highly detailed. So you've got very highly detailed textures for the landscape, for the many buildings and structures that populate the Mojave Wasteland. So all in all, it creates a much more detailed and visually pleasing map for the Pip-Boy, because as you know, you look at the map a lot, either when you're, for example, fast traveling or just want to have a view of the map itself. You look at it a lot, and I wanted something a bit more visually appetizing. That's why I installed this mod, and I think Shiloh, the mod author, has done a very, very good job with it. Now, this mod actually has a number of other features, so we're going to swap here to the desktop view, and I'm going to take you to the Nexus site of this mod itself, and I'm going to click on this image here. This is the installer that you will have when you install this mod on the Nexus mod manager or whatever mod manager that you use. And as you can see, there are multiple options. So for the first option here, you have map options, and there are essentially two alternatives here. You can have a low res option or a high res option. Now, the option that you saw in the video that I just had on the screen before, that is the high res option. Now, they say here the high res map textures may cause long delays when opening the map depending on your system. With my system, it's fine, and I believe my PC is about mid to high range. So if you've got a fairly good PC, I'd say go for the high res. If you're finding that you have problems with, textures loading or whatever, then just go with the low res option. But there are even more options if you do go with high res. As you can see here, there are 5 options here. One, you just have the color map only. Now, that was actually the option that I had. I just wanted a simple map. I didn't want any coordinates or anything like that. But as you can see here, you do have the option to install those. So you can install coordinates, and with the coordinates, you can also have data panels, an overlay, or data panels and an overlay. And I'll show you what that actually looks like. This has all of the options installed. So as you can see around the border of the map, you have the coordinates, you have the letters there to the top and the numbers on the side there. And with the labels, you can see here you got repairs, you've got snow globes, you've got skill books, and you've got mod vendors. So it's just a little bit more information which is situated onto the map itself, which is a kind of a cool touch, but I thought it was a bit obstructing. And also as well, I do believe that you can only have those data panels when you have the high-res map installed. So if you can only go low-res, that's fine. I still think it's a very, very good mod. But if you can go high-res, you can check out those data panels. In my opinion, I don't think it looks that good. Like, I think it's a bit obstructing, and I want to see the map in a simplistic view in all its glory, but at least the option is there. And as you can see, for example, barter, energy weapon, explosive guns, or like the skill books there, you can see where they are. So it's a nice touch, but as I said, I don't prefer it. But also what you can do as well, they have an option. Actually, I'll go back here. They have the option here for a zoom out setting. Now what it does, I kept this at 0 for the default because I thought it was just, better to have it at the default. But what you can do, there are options to change the zoom setting for the map. Now if I click on this picture here, you can see the settings in action. As I said, the one that I have was the default, but you can see setting 1, setting 2, setting 3, setting 4, setting 5, getting further and further zoomed out. Now obviously probably setting fine is a bit too extreme, because when you discover a lot of locations, the icons get a bit obstructed. So in my opinion, I'd go for a lower setting, but if you want a bit more of a zoomed out view so you can see the whole map, you know, in one screen, then you have the option there. But in my opinion, I kept it as 0. I would suggest 1 or 2, maybe 3, but probably wouldn't go further than that. And the last options that you have for this mod here is there are icon options. So what you can actually do is pick a custom icon pack that Shiloh has created herself, and I believe, hopefully she has some images here. I'll just load these up. I was going to uninstall the mod and show you these, you know, in the actual game itself, but that would have taken a while, and I like the mod that I have, you know, as it is right now. But as you can see, icon pack 2, you've got different icons for different, you know, areas, undiscovered areas, what a vault looks like, a settlement, a cave. So it's just a nice touch. If you don't like, let me go back to this. If you don't like what these these icons look like, then you can always have the option of going back. Like these icons here, for example, when you discover all of these locations, you have the option of choosing these custom icon packs. And I'll load up icon pack 3. Again, there are just, you know, I think these ones actually look like what Fallout 3 ones look like. So if you like that, you can install that. But I just kept, you know, with what Fallout New Vegas has as a default. But the options are there. And these ones obviously are just white. They don't have colors like that one. Maybe there are more images I can show you. Icon pack 5. It's loading. Yeah, so there are different options. Undiscovered, it doesn't even have a icon there. So whatever you like, you can install. And I'll show you the last icon here when this loads. And this is a little bit more realistic, I guess. You actually have like nice little pictures here. So if I was to give a recommendation, probably this one. But as I said, I've just kept it all as default. And I'll show you this last image here if it loads. Again, this is, you know, without all of those icons installed. So those are the options there. I've kept a very, very clean look. I don't have the labels. I don't have the coordinates. But I still think it's a great mod if that's the direction that you want to pursue. Now, I actually found out when I was looking at this mod that the mod author, Shiloh, has actually passed away due to a car accident. So I would like to send out my deepest condolences to friends and family of Shiloh. She's created a great mod, and obviously she must have been a great person as well. And obviously, even if they don't watch this video, I still want to say, you know, rest in peace. Your memory will not be forgotten. So anyways, guys, that was my mod review for today, episode 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and also thank you to everybody that gave their constructive criticism in the last episode. I've incorporated a lot of those comments into this video, so the screen was a little bit bigger. I changed the editing around a bit and the overlay, so I do hope that you enjoyed the changes, but please let me know if there's any further scope for improvement. So anyways, guys, this has been a Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself and keep fighting the good fight.